Hi everyone, for today's B3 break, we're going to talk about monotasking versus multitasking. So sometimes what we have to do to realize that we are multitasking instead of monotasking is write down all the things that we're doing in our day. Because what happens is that when we get distracted by a notification, an instant message, an email coming in, a phone call, and we're trying to get our work done, it takes us 23 minutes to get back to our thought process that we had before we were interrupted. And we get interrupted at least every 3 minutes. So when we're working remote, it's actually really important we turn on the virtual do not disturb signs, where we turn off notifications. We make sure our phones are not near us so that we can get our own work done. Now, what we can do is just like when you go on a diet, and sometimes it's not fun, is to write down everything you eat when you're on a diet. Well, when you're doing this and trying to streamline your work, you're actually going to write down all the things that you do in your day. Just keep a pad of paper right next to you and write down for each half hour, what were you doing? And did you notice that you got distracted by a phone call, by an email, by a text? And were you able to complete the work that you were doing? Or were you on a conference call or a meeting, got interrupted and got distracted by an email, a text, instant message, and weren't paying attention and had to ask someone to repeat themselves? And that happens to a lot of us all of the time. So it's actually a practice to make sure that we can stay present in what we are doing. So when we manage our calendar, if we set time aside for these little breaks in our day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes on our calendar, and we protect those are the times that we can respond to emails, to texts, to instant messages, so that we can stay focused on the meetings that we're in. We can stay focused on the work that we are doing. So if you feel like you're working too much, that you're not sure why things aren't getting done, that this new way of working is hard, this is one way that you can start streamlining your work and taking back the control. So just as a review, take a pad of paper, write down everything you're doing in your day, and as you're working on something, if you got interrupted, note it, and make sure that you're turning on those virtual do not disturb signs. So notifications you can turn off on your computer. You can also close out applications that are interrupting you, and you can turn on the do not disturb on your phone so that you can stay singular focused and you're not overworking when you're remote working.